Hello, friends, and welcome. We're playing some more Steins Gate, or as I'm calling it, Popeye's Physics Fun Night. We're gonna start off by killing Ferris's dad, because that's the kind of people we are here. But before that, Samus has redeemed Stretch, so we're gonna start off by standing up. Okay. Let's pull that up just a little bit. There we go. Hope you guys are all doing great today. Gotta stretch, prepare ourselves to murder people. You are in pain. Oh no, why are you in pain, Samus? Is it because of murder? Murder usually causes pain here. I can see you've responded. I can't quite read it from here. Hello, Shy. How are you doing? Samus has made me stretch. He does not want stream, he just wants stretch. If stream, then sad. Alright, there is the stretch. Okay, let me read all the stuff I couldn't read from back there. Just the camera first. There we go. Neck has been hurting the past couple of hours and you didn't do anything. That is quite unfortunate. For me, when my neck is hurting, first things first is I find it'll either hurt on like one side or the other. Usually that means I've been turned like a little more than that. I try like gently stretching both ways. That getting heat on it usually helps. Lying down on your back usually helps for me also. You're tired and impulsively painting your wall. That is an interesting combination. In programmer speak, if stream returns sad. But Samus, we have to get through this to get to the true endings, the endings of happiness. Or at least that's what they tell me. Who actually knows? Getting one last thing set up over here. Samus, have you tried the new Phasmophobia map that came out today? If not, I highly recommend it. I'm used to having neck pain from bad habits, but this is shoulder neck pain so much worse. I am sorry to hear that, Samus. I also have quite a bit of back pain, and my dad especially, he has, I don't know what the condition's called, but yeah. So I definitely feel you on that. You haven't played Phasmo in a couple weeks? I'm sure if you post, in Beardy's chat, there will be people available. Unfortunately, most of the time that, like, Chaos and you are available is times I'm working, unfortunately. But the new map is like 2 or 3 people, in my opinion. Alright, let's stop making Ferris cry. And we do that by murdering her father. One thing I noticed, because it's her phone, it's blue. Can I do other stuff with your phone? Can I, like, change your wallpaper? No. Okay. Yes, you did hear your name, Chaos. I was talking about the new Phasmophobia map that came out today. Samus was saying that no one wants to play with him, and I said I'm sure if he posted in Beardy's chat, someone would join him for the new map. Alright, let's get this over with. So we're jumping from about 41 to 45. Phasmo right now? You could do it. Honestly, I think you could do that map with 2 people. Currently MIA from Discord since you're attempting to sleep, but you've failed so far. My head spins. I feel faint. Slowly, the world reasserts itself. I've teleported to the lab development room. Ferris is standing next to me. Reading Steiner is telling me that the world line has changed. Additionally, the injuries the viral attackers inflicted on my body have vanished. So has the pain. But not the sad music. The sad music remains. Ferris is standing in the center of the room, looking around. The tears that were in her eyes just a moment ago are gone. Just a moment ago, Ferris was fighting to hold back her tears. That Ferris is no more. In her place is the usual cute, cheerful Ferris, an impish smile on her face. I look at the phone in my hand. It's not my phone. One with several cute, girly cat doll phone straps attached.
携帯ならここに。
Ferris walks up to me with a teasing smile on her face. She pokes at my fingers with her index finger. Or you can play one of those fancy new games you own. I tried playing Fly Simulator only to find out it's like online multiplayer. And in all of North America, there was exactly one other person playing it, and I'm like, nah. Do I have my phone? Oh, I have my phone now. One of the games I got was Fly Simulator. It is apparently an online versus game of not MMO. It's closer to what's it called? The one that Funky plays all the time. Name is escaping me. Dead by Daylight. It's closer to Dead by Daylight, where there's one person running a pizza store as the employee and up to 8 people as flies. Ferris gently takes the phone from my hand.
もしも見たのなら忘れてほしいにゃ。あれはこの中に封じ込めておかないとダメなのにゃ。でないと奴らが目覚めてしまうのにゃ。
If I had other people to play, I would... Actually, how many people got that game? We could do it.
で今日な、今のはツッコミどころだ
Oh,
にゃ。
it is 100% a joke game.
いつもの今日まなら顔を真っ赤にして反応してくるはずにゃ。
So it looks like a crappy made game in Unity, but even, like, because of that, I'm surprised they had, like, regional servers. Whoever made this joke game went to the effort of making... And it wasn't even, like North America, Europe, Asia. It wasn't even, like, 3. They had, like, 10 different regions. I'm like, really? You have all of, like, 6 people playing this game right now. You don't need 10 regions. Yes, let's not forget that one game Beardy played on stream in Discord.
すまない。
Before we sent the D-mail, Ferris said she didn't want to forget. I lied and said she would surely remember.
今日の今日はやっぱり変や。いつもなら遠慮なんかせずに偉そうなことばっかり言ってる。
I embrace Ferris suddenly, pulling her to me as tightly as I can.
すまない。
But Ferris remembers nothing. Nothing about her victory at the Ryanet tournament. Nothing about her escape from the viral attackers. Nothing about her father riding up in his limousine to save her. Nothing about how we talked alone in her bedroom. Nothing. She remembers nothing. Everything that happened on that world line was undone. What happened to that world line, I don't know. Maybe, like Suzuha said, it still exists as another possible world line. Or maybe it ceased to exist the moment I sent the D-mail. You'd have to be a god to observe each and every world line, so it's pointless to worry about it. But one thing is clear. I can never return to that world line again. Cooking Simulator's gotten a lot of love and is upgraded from a joke to an actual playable game. Did it start off as a joke? I mean, I've seen people play it, and at least from what I've seen, they'll start playing it and like try and like make one of the dishes, and then just be like, "Screw this! I'm cooking 10 plates and then trying to hurl dynamite inside of a pot out of my front window." Did we actually tally it up? Did we hit 900? Oh, man. Ferris can never see her father again.
今日な、大胆なのにゃ。隣の部屋にいるマユシにバレちゃうよ。にゃ。
すまない。
The only thing I can do is apologize. On this world line, Mayuri invited Ferris to come hang out at the lab. Okay, this is from Mayuri. They had a fight. Kaidi-chan had a fight with her boyfriend. How'd I get them to make up? Mayushi's never had a fight with anyone. So I think it's mysterious. I couldn't fight with the person I like. So, we can say, that's because you're a gentle girl? Yes, it is mysterious. Why are people so cruel to each other? Or, since when do you have someone you like? I figured you put food before romance. I definitely think I want to go with this one. Because I'm genuinely curious. Or is her first love chicken? Is she gonna have a fight with chicken? Is it gonna end up like a Family Guy episode? Apparently, she came to see a costume Mayuri had made. Ferris's work after this, so she soon leaves the lab. After seeing Ferris off, head towards the Anabayashi Shrine. On the way, I stop at Chuodori and take a look around.
復活している。
The Moe stores exist again. Animate, Tora no Ana, Mandarake, Gamers, Lamtara, Melon Books, Asobit City. They've all returned to the streets of Akiba. Whatever happened to Lukako? Did you see what the name of this chapter is? So the names of each of the chapters at this point are now named after the person they're revolving around. This chapter is called Fractal Androgynous. There's a gigantic anime-themed banner hanging from the soft map building. Maids walk the street, handing out leaflets. Cosplaying girls advertise in storefronts. But the return of this familiar scenery brings no relief to my heart. Prepares for more grope. I mean, just thinking ahead, Samus, what we've been doing is undoing all of the D-mails. We may have to undo some more stuff. There is only pain, for everything I see confirms that Ferris has lost her father. But I can't stop here. An attempt to get 2 hours rest. No worries. Thanks for tuning in, Chaos. As long as he does that again. Do you want him to do that before or after we get rid of that D-mail? Oh, as long as he doesn't. I shake my head and hurry to the shrine. On the way, I notice that the satellite is missing from Roddy Khan's rooftop. Of course it is. Suzuha is gone. The thought brings a new pang of grief to my heart. Before this is over, how much more pain will I shoulder? Thank you for the alert, Chaos. Maishi does... ellipses. Someone she likes. I think that's supposed to be a blushing face. I don't recall hearing this music last time we were here. I think it was a winking face. Could be. Actually, let's take a look at it again, because we can do that. Yeah, you could be right. Because the asterisk is not symmetrical, which I would expect if it was blushing. I pass beneath the archway and enter the silent courtyard. I walk up to the main building and jab the intercom. After a few presses, I get a reply. Well, you wanted to know, Samus, so here we are. Lukako comes out. Girly as always, even though he's a guy. No wait, this Lukako is a genuine girl.
ルカ子、お前の父上に聞いてくれ。IBN5100 という古いパソコンがここに奉納されているはずなんだ。
え？あ、古いパソコン？
I think Lukako went pale when I mentioned the computer. He lowers her face immediately, so I can't be certain.
お父さん、呼んできます。
I guess on this timeline that stuff didn't happen. Lukako hasn't been around because no IBN. Yeah, so I think they just didn't want to add Lukako in to like the previous kinds of conversations. It's kind of the same way like Ferris, unless we go visit her place of work, doesn't actually take part in most of the conversations. And they were always like, well, Lukako is like too shy to come over. Or Mayuri just goes over to see him, whichever it was at that point in time. Lukuko hurries inside. Looks like she knows something. Lukuko's dad soon appears.
これは法王院君。いつも娘がお世話になっております。
I rush the greeting and get down to business.
この神社に10年ほど前に古いパソコンが奉納されたはずなんですが、ご存知ですか？
Taking care.
パソコン？確
I
か
mean,
に
in
そんな
anime
記
and
憶
manga,
があります
there's
ね。
two kinds of dads. There's the "Don't come near my daughter" and "Are you going to be my new son?" Those are the two fathers you can have.
本当ですか？
Yes, finally, I've returned to the world line with the IBN 5100. Yay! That means that we're gonna finish soon, right, guys? I'm sure it'll be that
見
easy.
せてもらいたいのですが。
いいですよ。ちょっと待っていてください。
Luca's dad heads inside the sanctuary in the back. My theory is that it's broken. That Lukako did something to it to break it. Lukako has been silent this whole time. She keeps touching her hair and looking around nervously. Something is definitely wrong with her.
俺が怖いか、ルカ子。
え？
気持ちはわかる。何しろ俺は、その、お前の、大事なところを触ってしまったというかなんというか。
So glad I did not have to read that out. This also seems like the perfect time for her dad to overhear our conversation. Crap, I just made things more awkward. Didn't have to say it like that.
岡部さんが怖いだなんてそんなことないです。あのことはすごく恥ずかしかったですけど。
悪かった。
はい。
ところで、お前も IBN5100 のことは知っているのか？
いえ。
Go shakes her head in an unnatural way.
知らない
Yes.
です。
だが、以前電話した時、知っているような素振りを見せなかったか？
そんなことは。
Lukako's looking more and more uncomfortable. Maybe I'm pushing her too hard. I should back off. I did a terrible thing to this girl. Might be best if I stop treating her as my disciple. I need to treat her like a lady from now on. If I don't, I could get sued for sexual harassment, or charged with attempted rape or indecency or something. How exactly do I treat her like a lady anyway? I just treat everyone the same, pretty much.
マユリの作ったコスは結局着ないのか？
はい。
恥ずかしいから。
はい。
Why is this girl so lacking in confidence? I guess she can't help it if it's her nature. Didn't say her reason for becoming... But didn't she say her reason for becoming a girl was to gain confidence in the first place? And yet, she's a girl now, but she seems the same inside.
おかしいな。
Oh, is it missing? Luca's dad returns. His timing is good. My conversation with Lukako wasn't going anywhere.
見つかりましたか？
Try asking just in case. He looks confused. Obviously something unexpected has happened.
それが見つからないんですよ。
見つからないとは？
確かに古いパソコンを受け取った記憶はあるのですが、倉庫のどこにもないのです。
IBN 5100 isn't here? I press my hands to my temples and stifle a groan. The world line is still twisted. IBN 5100 is like a mirage floating in front of me. I can see it, but never reach it.
確認させてください。ここへ PC を奉納していったのは秋葉留美穂さんで間違いありませんか？
おや、なぜそれを？もしかして知り合いですか？
ええ、友達です。
ルミホちゃんはとても立派な女性になられましたな。彼女がまだ小学生の時でしたよ。執事の黒木さんと一緒にこの神社を訪ねてきてくれましてね。しかしパソコンはなぜ消えたのでしょう。誰かに盗まれたかと思いましたが、他のものは手つかずでしたし、宝物殿の鍵は壊されてもいなかったですし。
Inside job. This contradicts Lukiko's statement. Lukiko said she didn't know about the IBN 5100.
ルカは何か知らないかな。確かここ最近は毎年年末の大掃除の日に宝物殿の掃除をしているだろう。
Once again, Lukiko hangs her head, almost shaking with fear. Her hands are trembling.
ルカ子、どうなんだ？
I try asking again. She doesn't raise her head.
何も知りません。
The look on her face betrays her. Lukiko is lying. But why? Remember, she shouldn't even know about the IBN 5100. Why does she know? Because the world line changed, there is no other answer. Her D-mail must be the cause. In Ferris's case, I didn't know what her D-mail was about. But in Lukiko's case, I already know what it is. I want to be a girl. The D-mail must have had influence beyond Lukiko's sex, the butterfly effect. Somehow changed the location of the IBN 5100. It's like that with Suzuha and with Ferris. Can't help but think that the universe itself is keeping the IBN 5100 away from me. At any rate, when Lukiko sent her D-mail, reading Steiner activated, meaning the D-mail changed the world line. If the IBN 5100 won't return to me on this world line, then my next step is to cancel Lukiko's D-mail. Other words, I need to turn Lukiko back into a guy. Suddenly, I feel dizzy. Not heat stroke. It's not reading Steiner. How am I going to explain this to Lukiko herself? Just the other day when I called Lukiko a guy, she cried. And Krisu and Mayuri ganged up on me. Went to lie down, immediately woken up to take Bin out. Tuesday shall be fun. 42 Celsius. Can I get Lukiko to go back to being a guy without stirring up trouble? This is gonna be tough. Maybe I should consult someone about this. At first I consider consulting Krisu, but I don't think I should talk to a girl this time. Let's think a little. I visit Tanoji's house. Divergence meter is here. I need to know what it says. Canceling Ferris's D-mail appears to have raised the value by about 0.05%. Little by little I'm approaching the goal of 1% divergence. The number gives me courage. Afterwards, Noji recounts his memories of Hashida Suzu, just as he did on a previous world line. I stay until he's finished. It's past 6 p.m. when I get back to the lab.
おかえり
Welcome back, Karin. There are two girls in the lab, Mayuri and Krisu.
最後の「ん」は何の真似だ？
おかえりとおかりんって似てるでしょ。だからくっつけたら一粒で二度おいしいんだよ。
It's doubly delicious.
美味しくはないだろう。
対おかりん専用挨拶ってことでいいんじゃないかな。
ダルは
You're scared of what we may find at 1%. What do you think we're gonna find at 1%?
メイクイン
So that's back too.
フェイリスの言っていたバイトってメイクインのことか
1% could also be the land of cat girls and boys, Samus. You don't know. We could change the world so that we're all cats, too.
マイリはマイリもそこでバイトしてる
Maybe that's at 2%. It's the beta world line.
もちろんだよ。どうして今さらそんな当たり前のことを聞くの？変なオカリンだね。マユシーは明日からのコミマに備えてお休みをもらっているのです。
Timeline has been corrected, it seems. At least in part. I should stop by May Queen when I have time. I'll visit sometime when Mayuri and Ferris are working. I didn't realize it until it was gone, but I think I really like that maid cafe. Chrissy's reading a Western book. The same book as always. It's pretty hefty, so it must take a long time to read. And we don't help by, like, going back in time, so she has to keep rereading this book. I walk past her and enter the development room. There sits the time leap machine. Today is Saturday, the 14th of August. First time Mayuri died, it happened on Friday the 13th. After Suzuhu's sacrifice changed the world line, Mayuri died on the 14th instead. Her death was delayed 24 hours exactly. If that pattern continues, her death on this world line should occur tomorrow, the 15th. Just to be safe, I should buy a few days with the time leap machine. I need to solve the Lukako problem. I should time leap right away. Just before entering the lab, I peeked into the Bronze-Tube workshop. 42-inch CRT was on. There's no problem there. Still... we have a choice. Who can I call? I assume I can... yeah. Is the stream having problems for you? Did it? Why is it not telling me it died? Okay. I think you guys should be back. So the last thing you saw was an icon for a choice. So yes. So we have a choice. We can call the microwave. I was looking through my address book to see if there's anyone else we can call, but there's not. So I assume what that means is if we don't go back in time immediately, we get some kind of like cutscene. So I'm gonna see what that happens. What that does. Will Mayuri really die on the 15th? I don't have solid proof. Maybe there is no pattern. It's just in my head. I know this is not an ending flag. Maybe Mayuri dies today. Maybe she dies tomorrow. What I want more than anything is for that to never happen. What happens to Mayuri on this world line? It might just skip this monologue. Potentially. I mustn't let my guard down, not until the IBM 5100 is back in my possession. At the same time, however, I want to know what happens to Mayuri on this world line. There's still a chance, however small, that she won't die. No, don't hesitate. Hesitation could lead to another irreparable mistake. I don't want to see Mayuri die again, to see the light fade from her eyes. It's too painful. It's giving me a lot of chances here. I know it's not an ending flag, so I want to see what happens after this. So I won't confirm Mayuri's death. I don't want to. All I can do is assume the worst. Retrieving the IBN 5100 is the only sure way to prevent her death. I must not rest until then. I need to time leap now. I can always time leap later. Put away my phone and take a deep breath. And yes, hello, Beardy. I don't want to sacrifice anyone else. I know it's unreasonable, but I want to hope that nothing will happen on this world line. Foolish dream, perhaps, but still. Nothing happens on the 14th. Moeka's group doesn't appear at the lab. Mayuri doesn't get involved in any accidents. You're here at 1 p.m.? Suspicious. So far, so good. The problem is tomorrow. The time is 7:30 p.m. My preparations are complete. Time leap machine is set, mode snake is primed, the remote control for the TV downstairs is ready. It's all second nature to me now. Kamima started today, so Mayuri's been in Ariake since this morning. I told Daru not to come to the lab today, but to keep an eye on Mayuri instead. Even if Moeka's group shows up there, they have a low chance of killing Mayuri. Will the Rounders come on this world line? We'll soon find out. 7:35. The door isn't kicked open. Instead, my phone rings. It's Daru.
もしもし、誰か
Did we kill Daru this time instead? Something's wrong.
おい、どうした誰
ごめん、変なやつらに眉し連れてかれ。やつら狙いは僕だったみたいだけど、僕逃げて、でも代わりに眉しがどうしよう、おかりん。
It's the Rounders. They kidnapped her. And then they probably killed her. To them, Mayuri is expendable. I grind my teeth in frustration. Didn't work. I still haven't averted Mayuri's death. Toss Mode Snake onto the couch. The preparations were a waste. Mayuri died somewhere else. I hang up and walk to the development room.
お前たちにはマユリは殺させない
And so, once more I send my memories to the past. Yeah, you can just skip a death. There you go. An unpleasant sound pierces my ears. My vision ripples, my flesh and my soul momentarily feel separate. I grab my right wrist, close my eyes, take deep breaths, and wait for my pulse to return to normal. The worst is over. All that's left is a headache. Now I have my answer. Mayuri's death is still fixed, just as in my heart I knew it would be. The change merely delayed it by another 24 hours. I need to cancel Lukako's email. I sit down in a pipe chair, try to come up with a plan. Nothing. I've been searching for a way to tell Lukako the truth. Every mental simulation I run ends with her in tears. I suppose that's to be expected. After all, already seen it happen once. Mistook Lukako for a guy and she ended up in tears. I mean, Lukako cries at just about anything. To broach the topic now would be like poking an open wound. Damn, looks like I have no choice but to ask Krisu. She's a girl, so she should understand how Lukako feels. Call Krisu out to the bench in front of the Brawn Tube workshop. We're alone.
随分深刻そうね。
実は今難問に直面している。かなりデリケートな問題だ。
デリケート？およそあんたとは正反対のベクトル上にある言葉だな。
というわけで助手のことを見込んで相談したい。女子だけに。
誰馬？そもそも女子だけにってどういう意味？
I give her the rundown, including how many times I've time leaped. How does he remember? I don't even remember. What happened with Suzuha and Ferris. How many times have I explained this to her now? This time, she believes me more readily than I expected. The only thing she doesn't believe is the story about Lukako.
漆原さんが実は男ねえ、さっぱり想像がつかない。
だが事実だ。事実だった。
つまりちょっと待って。
She wrinkles her brow in thought.
彼女が実は橋田みたいな外見だったとか、そういうこと？
Crap, I got a mental image there for a second. Judging by her expression, so did Krisu.
これはひどい。
We grimace.
絶対ありえない。あんな可愛らしい子が男だったなんて私は認めない。
待て待て、突っ走るな。俺は一言もルカ子の見た目がいかにも男だったとは言っていない。むしろ見た目はあのままだったのだ。男だった時から中性的というか女性ホルモン分泌過多としか思えなかった。
As a result, I didn't even notice when Lukako became a girl at first. Made a fatal mistake. Nah, you were just an idiot. You should have known.
見た目はあのまま。
Krisu's gaze wanders for a bit.
なら許す。
So, what we've just learned is she thinks traps are acceptable. Perfect. What?
で、あんたは彼女に男に戻ってほしいと。
そうでなければマユリは助からない。
マユリの命と漆原さんの性別か。どっちも突拍子がなさすぎてさっぱり実感が湧かないけど、あんたの中で解は出てるわけね。
無論だ。ルカ子には男に戻ってもらう。
ある意味で残酷な仕打ちかも。
そこでなるべく傷つけないようにするにはどうしようとこうして相談している。
Don't tell her. There you go. Because she won't have the memories, as you learned with Ferris. Take a mouthful of Dr. P in a vain attempt to quiet my frustration.
自分のこれまでの迂闊な行動を呪いたい気分だ。D メールをいろんな人間に使わせるべきではなかった。
This is my punishment. I must shoulder the pain of everyone who used a D-mail. Suzuha, Ferris, now Lukako. Screw Daru, he didn't do it right. We don't care about him.
これまでのことを悔やんでても何も始まらない。あんたの相談に対する私の回答は一つよ。
Stina sighs, blowing her bangs.
漆原さんには何も言わない。
Basically what I said, yeah.
どういうことだ。
話を聞く限りだと漆原さんについてはあんたにアドバンテージがある。つまり 過去に送った D メールの内容を知って
This
い
could be a
る
really short chapter if they're just like, okay, let's send it. Boom, done. Chapters ended.
だからわざわざ彼女いや彼元彼わざわざ漆原さんに事情を告げなくても D メールを取り消すための D メールは用意できる。
ルカ子を装って18年前のルカ子の母親へとメールを送れということか。
どうせ世界線が変わればその事実は全てなかったことになる。この際倫理とかデリカシーとかは無視しても問題にはならない。
I would question that a little bit. We had that earlier with the Suzuha ending. If I go back in time, everything's undone. Ethics don't matter. Yeah, can we not go there? The end justifies the means. Philosophy worthy of a scientist.
だが問題が一つある。俺はルカ子の母親のポケベル番号を知らない。
はあ？あんたバカじゃないの？なんでメモっとかないわけ？
If he wrote it down, it would be gone.
その時はこんなことになるとは思わなかったのだ。
She clicks her tongue. She rubs her brow with her fingers while muttering and thinking.
お母さんのポケベル番号単刀直入に聞き出せば？理由は適当に考えて。
警戒される気がする。
That's going to look suspicious.
何ビビってんのよ。いつもの無駄に尊大なおか
Oh,
げらしく
did
ないな。
Beardy miss that one? Yeah. Vain and arrogant? That was uncalled for. I don't have time to be Ho and Kyoma now.
そんなの口から出まかせでなんとかするのよ。それにほら。
And it was more than 42. I think we only played like 10 of them, but at one point he's like, yeah, I've lived these like past few days like 300 times.
って言ってて自己嫌悪になりそう。私ってひどい女だ。
She hangs her head.
だが単刀直入にありのままを話すべきなのかもしれん。下手に小細工を浪するより真実を告げる方がまだ誠意があるように見える。
マッドサイエンティストが誠意とか笑っちゃうわね。洗脳してやるふわはははとか言い出した方が似合ってる。
Could we have heard you all the laugh tracks from now on? That'd be great. I'm being serious, damn it.
俺はルカ子の痛みも背負う。そうしなければならないのだ。最終的に D メールを取り消した時、ルカ子が女だったことはなかったことになる。故に俺が背負わなければならない。
You remember the one part with the scene warning? This game's... We've had a couple scene warnings.
だったら私に相談する必要なんてない。今すぐ彼女のところに行って。
So we've had the shower scenes. We've had several Mayuri deaths. And in my opinion, you guys haven't even seen the worst one because I did that off stream trying to get to the true ending. You're finally watching the suspicious video. It is fantastic.
そうだな。
I watched it like half a dozen times already. Unfortunately, there's not a suspicious command. There are actually a few more. There are a few new commands that have been added in, actually. But I don't think anyone's found yet. Can we make a command to autoplay the song? Probably. Yeah, we can probably do something like that. That's my only choice. Yes, Deadbeard, you may post it in the memes area. As always, there are only a few worshippers at the shrine. I guess that's how it can keep its dignified silence, even though it's less than a 10-minute walk from Akihabara Station.
岡部さん。
Lukako is sweeping the courtyard.
すみません。さみだれは部屋に置きっぱなしで。
いや
The ending,
そのことは
the
いい
Deadbeard, stop that.
そうですか？
Well, crap. Now that we're face to face, I can't bring myself to tell her the truth.
どうかしましたか？
その
I recall Lukako's crying face. She looked very sad when I called her guy. If possible, I don't want to make her cry again. No, why am I acting so weak? Can't stop here. I swore I would do anything to save my Yuri. When Lukako said he wanted to be a girl, he probably only said it out of curiosity. If I explain everything properly, I doubt she'll refuse to become a guy again.
ルカ子よ。
I grab her by the shoulders and pull her close. Lukako's cheeks instantly turn bright red.
落ち着いて聞いてくれ。実はお前は本当は男だったのだ。
So much ellipses. No reaction. Or so I thought. Then tears start welling up in Lukako's eyes.
またそんなこと言うんですか？
Damn, made her cry again. But this time, I don't back
聞
down.
くんだ。お前が男に戻ってくれなければ、マユリの命がないんだ。
Explain everything. About time travel, about the D-mail Lukako sent, about Mayuri's fate, about how to avoid it. I talk and talk without pausing for breath. Finally, I'm done.
冗談ですよね。
Her voice is trembling.
そんなの全然信じられないですよ。いつもの京馬さんの設定ですよね。そうなんですよね。
She backs away from me, shaking her head.
でもひどい。そんな設定は僕困りますし、まゆりちゃんも悲しむと思いますから。
いきなりこんなこと言われて困惑するのもわかる。だが全て真実だ。俺は何度もあいつの死の場面を見てきた。お前にはこんな勝手なお願いをしてすまないと思っている。だが頼む。マユリを助けるために男に戻ってほしい。
冗談だって言ってくださいよ、岡部さん。男、僕が男の子だなんて、そんなのそんなの嫌です。僕は生まれた時から女の子だったのに、そんなのひどいです。しかもそれを
Well, this is the hardest one so far. Lukiko won't remember it, but I don't think he really or she really understands that. Lukiko covers her face with both hands to snuff out her sobs.
恥じることなどあるものか。むしろ俺にとってはお前が女である方が違和感がある。
Lukiko jerks like someone poked her with a cattle prod. Her crying has stopped. And now I feel like we're going to get yelled at and it's going to be incredibly scary. What did I do?
何なんて言った？
She lowers her hands and looks at me. Then she smiles, a soft, sorrowful smile.
岡部さんは僕のことそんな風に思ってたんですね。
Then Lukiko shakes off my hands and runs away.
ルカ子、待て!
She doesn't even stop when I call her. She disappears into the shrine office. Turns out just as my mental simulations predicted. I sigh and leave the shrine, dejected. I need to come up with a plan. Well, you could always ask her father. Also, I feel like I mentioned this, the first, like, right after Lukiko became a girl. But her speaking habits don't change. She still only uses male pronouns. That's something that's lost in translation. When I get back to the lab, I take Krisu out to the bench and explain what happened. Krisu listens with an annoyed expression the whole time. When I finish, she glares at me and says,
フラグが立ったな。
お前は何を言っているんだ？
わかんないの？どう見てもフラグ立ったでしょ？あ、いや、すでに立ってたと言うべきかも。
フラグとは死亡フラグのことか？
死んでどうする？恋愛フラグよ。
romance flag?
漆原さんはあんたに気がある。
Krisu thrusts her finger at me.
大好きな法王院京馬からお前は男だったと言われて彼女の純真な乙女心をズタズタ。
with Ferris.
率直に真実を話すって作戦は結果的に大失敗だったことになる。
She sure is calm when it's my neck on the line.
恋愛となると厄介よ。あれには方程式が存在しない。人の感情は計算できない。あまりに未知数だわ。
She shakes her head like she can't imagine anything worse. Has this girl never been in love?
正面から攻めるのはダメ
I
だ。
love how we say that as if we as a character have been in love, but I don't think he has been.
今度は別の解放を考えるべきよ。彼女のお母さんに直接話を聞きに行くとか。彼女を泣かせた男としてあんたはすでに漆原家に認識されているはずだから、家族のガードも固くなってるかもしれないけど。
We can go back in time and ask. Lukiko likes me? I don't want to believe it. I mean, I appreciate the sentiment, but...
ちなみにルカ子はいつから恋愛フラグビンビンだったと思う？
知らんがな。
だってよく考えてみろ。あいつは1週間ほど前まで男だったんだぞ。その時点から好きだったのだとしたら。
Uh-oh.
それは岡部の主観でのロジックでしょ。漆原さんなり私なりの主観からすれば、彼女は最初から女の子だった。だから別に違和感なんてこれっぽっちもない。
Time
今い
looping
る
is sounding
こ
good
の世
right
界
about
線
now.
を基準に考えなさい。
Right. It makes perfect sense. Still.
それより私が不安なのは、漆原さんの性別を男に戻すことで本当に IBN5100 は戻ってくるのかっていうこと。
前の世界線とは変化があった。ルカ子の父親の話では IBN5100 は少なくとも以前は柳林神社に存在していたということだ。鈴葉がフェイリスの父親に託し、彼の死後にフェイリスが柳林神社に奉納した。
I love how we've just like basically skipped over the fact that Ferris's dad is dead.
その流れは俺が IBN5100 を手に入れた世界線と同じなのだ。
段階的に元の世界線に近づいてきてるっていうことか。思ったんだけど、世界線ってそう簡単に変化するものじゃない気がする。
なぜそう思う？
だって世界には60億以上の人間がいるのよ。その中の誰か一人の性別が男から女に変わったところで世界線が大きく変わるなんて不自然。
鈴葉が言っていたが、タイムリープによって本来と異なる行動をとった場合、ダイバージェンスは変わるとしても 0.00001% だと言っていた。だがフェイリスの D メールを否定した時は 0.05% の変動があった。
0.05% でも十分大きい。天音さんはこのことについてなんて？
2010年はアトラクタフィールドが大きく分岐する年であり、その鍵は俺と IBN5100 が握っていると。
IBN5100 と岡部の距離がダイバージェンスの数値を決定するのかな。つまりあんたを含めた全ての人間の D メールがバタフライエフェクトによって IBN5100 のありかに影響を与えた。
I don't think our theory is entirely correct, because we had the IBN 5100, and that world line was only like 0.5 something. Unless it also includes us keeping it after.
D メールの中には俺のリーディングシュタイナーが発動しないものもあった。
逆に言えばリーディングシュタイナーが発動した D メールだけを取り消していけば IBN5100 はあんたの手元に戻ってくるのかも。
Remaining D mails were sent by Lukako and
萌香か。
don't want to see that woman again if I can help it. Any case, I should focus on Lukako right now.
でルカ子の件はどうすればいい？
付き合っちゃえば？
マジで？
好きな人いないんなら別にためらう必要ないでしょ。そうやって彼女の心を解きほぐしてあげればいい。そしたら快く教えてくれるんじゃない？
マユリが死ぬのは2日後だ。のんびり解きほぐしている暇はない。
Suddenly, Krisu's expression turns grave.
これは最後の選択肢として考えておいてほしいんだけど、やろうと思えば漆原さんの人格を否定して脅してでも番号を聞き出すこともできる。
Great, now torture's on the table.
どうせ世界線改変後はそのことを彼女も忘れてるはず。そう考えれば最後の手段として検証する余地ありだと思う。マユリが死ぬことに比べたらまだマシってレベルだけどね。私今すごく最低なこと言ってるな。
いや、あらゆる手段を講じるのは必要なことだ。だがそれはできればやりたくない。
Just to ease everyone's conscience, I'm pretty sure we do not torture someone in this game. I'm not saying this for myself. From my perspective, when the world line changes, everything until that point becomes undone. What about from Lukako's perspective? What if this world line continues after I leave it? The Lukako of this world line will have to live with what I did to her. That possibility exists. Souza has said that's not the case. There's no way to be sure. And since I can't confirm or deny that possibility, I don't want to use Krisu's last resort. Besides, I have the time leap machine. As long as I have it, I can repeat the days before Mayuri's death forever. Of course, there's still the danger of a time leap failure. In any case, the first thing I should do is have an honest talk with the girl in question. Yes, he has had some character growth. I hear the tweeting of small birds outside the window. It's nice and cool early in the morning, even though it's the middle of summer. Too bad the cicadas are already chirping. The sunlight's not too strong yet. I couldn't get a wink of sleep. I was up all night thinking about Lukako. Oh,
いた
Mayuri looks mad too. Mayuri enters the room and looks at me with a disapproving pout. He didn't say toot-doo. It's rare to see her in such a bad mood.
早いな。まだ8時だぞ。今日は何かあるのか？
オカリンに怒りに来たんだよ。
We're being scolded. It's like the reverse of normal me. She gives me a glare that's more cute than frightening. She's never been very good at getting angry. Thank you for the scold, Sam.
マユシはオカリンにがっかりなのです。
Ori puffs out her cheeks and thrusts a finger at me. Not unlike a certain emote.
しらばっくれてもダメだもん。オカリンってば、ルカちゃんを泣かせたでしょ。
なぜそれを？
ルカちゃんに相談されたんだよ。男だったって言われたって。
Those two are close friends. I should have known Lukako would go to Mayuri first.
オカリン、なんでそんなひどいこと言ったの？
マユリには関係ないことだな。これは対機関に関わる重大な機密事項であり。
関係なくないよ。ルカちゃんはマユシーのお友達だもん。話してくれないならね、マユシーはオカリンと絶交だよ。もうラボメンもやめちゃうんだからね。
This is the first time I've ever seen Mayuri so angry. Not sure how to deal with this, honestly.
ねえねえ、どうしてあんなひどいこと言ったの？
I did it to save you. At least Lukako didn't tell her that part. I can't say that. I don't have it in me to tell this innocent girl that she's fated to die in just 2 days. Come to think of it, is it a mistake to tell Lukako about Mayuri's murder? I did make sure to tell Lukako not to breathe a word of it.
何か悩みがあるんだよね。
She's sharp, even though she never seems to be thinking anything.
わかるよ。だってね、マユシーは毎日オカリンのことを見てるもん。それにね、昨日も外でクリスちゃんとずっと話し込んでたでしょ。悩みがあるならマユシーも聞くよ。マユシーにも話してほしいな。ね、それでね、ルカちゃんに謝りに行こう。仲直りしに行こう。マユシーも一緒に行くから。オカ
やれやれだな、
We are now no longer
この俺が
occurring.
悩みだとバカも休み休み言え。この俺は狂気のマッドサイエンティスト法王院京馬だぞ。この俺に悩みなどない。あるのはただ混沌への渇望と野心のみだ。
Oh, it looks like someone else is gonna take a bite out of chaos.
ポカリ
Can't tell Mayuri. I can't. Even if Mayuri hates me for it. Okay. From Lukako, this automatically opened. Good Meal Chaos was not one of the new commands, unfortunately. Kabe-san, I have something important to talk to you about. Please come to the shrine when you can. I'll be waiting, please. Having fun with the commands. Did I not add the new commands to the actual command bot? The command list? That is a mistake I will have to fix. Let me make a note of that. Command needs new commands. I mean, that could be arranged, but they are commands that you should be familiar with. Something important? What? I told her everything yesterday, including about Mayuri's death. Perhaps after sleeping on it, she finally decided to believe my story.
よし。
I'm waiting to actually see how long it'll take you guys to get it. I don't think it'll take too long. It's been a thing that people have definitely tried before. I get up from the sofa.
どこ行くの？マユシーの話はね、まだ終わってないよ。
It's not someone's name. It is not a conspiracy. Hydrate is still a channel reward, not a command.
これからルカ子のところに行ってくる。
本当？謝りに行くの？だったら
Raid was there before.
いや、お前について来られるといろいろ面倒になる。
Put my hand on Mayuri's
だ
shoulder.
から留守番を頼む。
Yes, Samus, Raid is there because you made the message, and I was just like, I can just copy paste this. Mayuri's shoulders droop. She looks sad for some reason, but she lets me go. The button is also there because of you. When I reach the shrine, I find Lukako standing alone in the courtyard. She's dressed in regular clothes instead of her Miko garb. She still hasn't noticed me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did. I think you tried button once, and I was like, I'll put it in just to see. It's not like I have too many commands. I think I still have a reasonable number of commands. Lukako stands still in the silent courtyard. The only movement comes from the trees swaying in the summer breeze, like a scene from a movie. Oh, Beardy's broken the internet, thank you for that. Oh, we have finally blessed Chaos. Yes, that one was in the commands list. I must have added that, then forgot to add the others, or maybe I typed it and saved that, but I didn't save the others. I stop and watch, in fascination. Yeah, you've just thanked Chaos because no one else wanted to. That one's been there. Actually, that might be new. It's newish. Newish. There are commands that were not meant to be hidden. I just forgot to add them to the command list. So now they're trying to figure it. No, Beardy, that's for the off-stream Discord. Come on. Finally, Lukako turns around. Our eyes meet. I said it was something people have tried before. Have you... have you tried cat boys before? I awkwardly clear my throat. Walk towards him. Her. Lukako bows her head.
来てくれたんですね。
No, I'm not Dave.
ありがとうございます。
Yeah, so apparently I've forgotten to add the new ones to the command list. We stare at each other in silence. Crap, this is awkward. Can't stand the silence. So I tried to start the conversation. Now we're just blaming Chaos. Although I think you got time... I think there's like a 5-second cooldown on all of the commands.
すみません。でもこんなことまゆりちゃんにしか相談できなくて。
どこまで話したのかという意味だ。
I think that one's built into Nightbot, because I did not add that one. Aw, why'd you have to say the game? Thanks to Samus, we've all just lost the game.
ほとんどは内緒にしました。まゆりちゃんが
Let me know when you guys want to hint. I'm actually kind of surprised you haven't figured it out yet. You want a hint? It is a command that is in Beardy's chat that is used quite often. Chaos has found one of them. Haha. And Deadbeard has found the other. There's not a whole lot. I think I have like 4 or 5 options for each. And I thought the Unriot one was broken because the first time I tried it, I got... Hug was there already, yes. The first time I tried Unriot, I got the same answer 8 times in a row, and I'm like, did I mess this up? But how? I copied it from Riot and just changed the text. How is it not working? It just turned out I have horrible luck. You use that with, Phantom Bot, right? Because I'm doing this all with Nightbot currently. It has been something I've thought about switching over to, and maybe I will eventually, but yes. This, with Nightbot, the way you make it possible is you just write JavaScript that just takes a random int and then, grabs the corresponding index from an array. I can... Yeah. Yeah, if I'm looking to add new ones, I will definitely ask you for that, and maybe I will take some ideas. Lukako shakes her head. She believes me?
大事な話というのは、にゃんだしょうかにゃ。
I'm trying to be gentle, but for some reason I wind up talking like Ferris. I really don't know how to deal with Lukako now that she's a girl.
「 あの
I Lukiko takes a deep breath, as if to prepare herself. Her face is turning red for some reason. She opens her mouth to speak, then closes it again. This continues for several cycles. What's wrong with her? Her tension is getting to me. My heart starts pounding like an alarm bell.
僕は
Yeah, there's been a couple things I've been thinking about.
お願いが
One was switching over to that. It was something I'd looked at. The other thing was coming up with like a better frame than like having my face and just moving it around. But what I thought of is if I had something like what Beardy has, which I do like. I like the sort of minimal thing and don't know what to like just put on the side or whatever. If it breaks, you don't know what you're doing. That's programming in a nutshell. I spent Friday... So on Friday, I was with a coworker, and basically they just needed someone to get set up to be like a backup for this project, because it has some pretty strict deadlines, and he's busy with some other stuff. And I'm starting to be freed up a bit more from my project. So we spent basically all of Friday afternoon trying to get my computer set up to be able to run the website and the back end for it. And we didn't even get to like the setup for it. We were just like, okay, well, my Node version's out of date, my Ruby version's out of date. Now I have 2 versions of Ruby installed. And when I update it, it's not updating the correct one, and it took like 4 hours to fix all of those kinds of issues. Yeah, the database, I'm not worried about the database schema. Samus, the worst part was, we weren't even using Ruby for the application. We were using Ruby to install a Ruby gem, which was used to, like, pre-compile some stuff in JavaScript. And I was just like, but why? And he's like, I don't know, man, we inherited this code and it sucks. And yes, Beardy, I might shoot you some idea kind of stuff. On the other side, stuff that is happening, I'd had a series of subscriber badges commissioned. 5 out of 6 of them are now done, and those will probably be in, I think, early December. I know I've posted 2 of them in the Discord, in, is it Art or Art Projects? Whatever that channel is called. So she's willing to go back to being Guy, even though I hurt her feelings. For her to believe me in spite of that makes me pretty happy. But something's strange about Lukiko. She looks wound up pretty tight. In fact, it's gotten worse. Now she looks on the verge of tears. In exchange, she wants something in return? I wasn't expecting this. Who knows what's coming up? Because I know what's coming up. Panic is raiding with a party of 17? Can I get a shout out for Panic? Thank you so much, my friend. You were last playing, just chatting. I hope that went well. Hello and welcome everyone from Panic Stream. My name is Popeye. Thank you for the blah blah. I cannot words. Thank you for the follow, Krielf. And thank you for the honks and the riggings. But yes, I am Popeye. We are playing Steins Gate. The gist of this game, it's a visual novel with some choices. Basically, we are a scientist, I don't know if you can call us that, who with our friends accidentally invent a time machine out of a microwave and screw up the world. And now we're trying to go back and just fix everything we did wrong, because if we don't, our friend dies, and we don't want that to happen. So right now, we're talking with this person, Lukako, who we used the wonderful power of changing the past to change her from a guy to a girl, because that's what she wanted. But now we have to undo it, or our friend dies. And yeah. How am I? I am doing fantastic. We have lots of people. Priel, thank you for giving me a couple of options. I always appreciate that. Hello, little bro. The Shy is here twice. Samus, your shoulders and neck are still hurting. Please, if you need to step away from the computer, if the computer is not helping your shoulders and neck, please don't feel like you need to stay here. Chaos refuses to get dressed, I see. And Samus refuses to leave. My throat goes dry. That means it's time for water, because I did just talk quite a bit. I'm so tense, and I don't know why.
だからねなってください。
よく聞こえなかったんだが、もう一度頼む。
Probably pulled a muscle earlier when cleaning up the glass. Modding half naked is your jam. Lukako's voice was even softer than ever. So soft that I couldn't hear her from here. Maybe Chaos refused the shirt because that's not the naked half. Just a thought. No good. I still can't hear her.
はっきりと言ってほしい。俺にできることなら何でもするから。
コーヒー。
Luke, depends on your point of
なんだっ
view.
て？
Here it comes.
恋人になってください。
So we have to date Lukako for a couple days. Apparently. What? Boyfriend? Lone Wolf, thank you for the follow. That was... What were you expecting, Samus? I'm curious. Takes me a while to process the word. Meanwhile, Lukako starts squirming and fidgeting. She refuses to look me in the eye. You're expecting something for Discord streams? Lord Rag, thank you for the follow. No, I think Samus, we've actually gone through all the worst parts of this game to this point. My heart is pounding. What's going on? What did she say to me? Boyfriend? Shy has redeemed hydrate. Here is your hydrate. Boyfriend. Boyfriend? She wants me to be her boyfriend until tomorrow? Discord stream is like Balrog vs Gandalf in terms of service. What?
なぜだ？
Without thinking, I ask the worst possible question. Deadbeard has hosted me with one viewer. Thank you for the host, Deadbeard. Lukako curls up even smaller. Her voice is small as the buzzing of a mosquito, but it has all the courage she can muster. I feel my heart tighten at those words. Shy, thank you for the host. Silence. More silence. Wait just a second. This is too sudden. I mean, maybe it's not sudden, exactly. I've known about Lukako's feelings since yesterday. Chris who told me about the romance flag. Still, I didn't think it would come to this. And apparently neither did Samus. My mind goes blank. I can't think straight. Lukako hangs her head, waiting for my answer. She looks so cute and innocent. I feel myself drawn to... No. No, no, no. That's wrong. That's just wrong. I'm not attracted to Lukako.
考えさせてくれ。2分。いや、5分だけ時間をくれ。
I turn and flee like a scared rabbit. I'm so embarrassed, I can't look back. You're expecting something a little more? 10 minutes later, I get back to the lab. Mairi's eating a red bean bun.
オカリン、どうだった？ちゃんとルカちゃんに謝ってきたかな？
そうだな。ジューシー唐揚げナンバー1をレンジでチンして D メールはつまり ABC と。
I think our brain is broken.
およ？
すなわち電子レンジはバラ十字団の思想を受け継ぐ騎士たちの錬金術が生み出したものであり、チンとなる音こそが洗脳装置で、実はチンとなる意味など全くなく。
Okay, let's look up some stuff. Rosicrucian Order, secret society found in the 17th century Germany by Christian Rosenkreuz. Rosenkreuz was supposedly a practitioner of alchemy and black magic. Alchemy is just the act of trying to transmute one thing to another. Oftentimes people are trying to change less precious metals like lead into gold.
あー、オカリンが壊れちゃった。
I mutter incoherently as I set up the time leap machine. He's just like, nope, I'm out of this timeline.
少しばかり戦略的撤退を図る。
I'm making a tactical retreat into 2 days from now. Backwards. How far do I go? As far as I can. Yeah, that's it. Far, far away from here. I jump all the way back to August 11th, the limit of the time leap machine's range. Oh god, he just does it. Okay. I'll admit I was not expecting it to happen that quickly. And I'm done. Chris, who's standing before me, fiddling with the phone wave, name subject to change, is wiring.
気が散るからこっち見んな。何度言わせんのよ。
She's still working on the time leap machine upgrade. I know I should interrupt her, but there's nobody else I can... Don't do it! Interrupting her means you delay when it gets built.
手短に。
柳林神社まで一緒に来てほしい。
理由を言って。デートとか言うつもりなら断る。
この俺がデートなどという軟弱なものをするわけがないだろう。ましてやその相手が女子とか冗談もほどほどにしてくれ。
She's glaring like she's gonna kill me. She probably should by this point in time. Let's leave the jokes aside for now.
つまり男の脳と女の脳の違いについて
Best new song ever, Suspicious by Popeye.
わけわからん。
I briefly explained my situation and what happened with Lukiko before I leaped. With the extended edition featuring Deadbeard. How many times have I explained this to Chrissy now?
あ、岡部さんと牧瀬さん、今日はお参りですか？
Not exactly. Maybe he should be praying. How many times have you asked? How many times have you explained this? Too many. No, there's not an extended edition.
漆原さんに話があるの。
This is the strategy I thought up. Its name is Operation Christina. Lukiko reacts differently to me. I already know she'll have a breakdown if I tell her she's a guy. But she's not too familiar with Krisu. And they're both girls. Should be easier if Krisu tells her. That's why I persuaded Krisu to handle it. So I wait behind Krisu and watch silently.
何でしょうか？
Lukiko is shy. He was distant with me back when we first met. I can see she's made a small wall between herself and Krisu now, too. On the other hand, Krisu's very calm, truly reliable. Krisu puts on a gentle smile and begins her explanation.
男性と女性で脳の働きって全然違うって知ってた？
はい。
Hey.
男性は右脳が活発、女性は左脳が活発なの。
Meanwhile, Lukiko's just like, you guys came down here to tell me this? Why?
ちなみに右脳は画像処理とか空間処理、あとは総合的な判断力なんかに使われる。左脳を使うのは言語、あと計算とかかな。そうそう、右脳と左脳をつなぐ脳梁っていうのがあるんだけど、女性の場合はこれが発達してたりする。ほら、よく言うでしょ、女性は2つ以上のことを同時にできるって。それは脳梁が発達してるからだっていう説もあるわね。
What the hell is she talking about? Why do I have to learn science late at night? When I'm not learning
これはどっち
science.
かっていうととんでも科学に近い俗説であって、それほど信憑性が高いわけでもないんだけど、ちょっとだけ試してみてもいいかな。
You'd rather learn quantum physics? I've learned enough physics from this game for a while.
何をですか？
あなたの脳が女性としてのパターンを示しているのか、男性としてのパターンを示しているのか、マッピングしてみたいの。
マッピングって何ですか？
Lukiko is clearly frightened.
脳波マッピング。あなたの脳波をサンプルとして取らせてもらうだけ。とにかく調べればわかるって。ねえ、痛くしないから。
嫌です。
Anytime someone says it won't hurt a bit, that's immediately a red flag. That hug froze your stream, so you hope it was worth it.
ほんと大丈夫だから。私が保証するから。ほらほら。
お前はどこの変態親父か。
I lightly chop Krisu on the head. Oh gosh, she vibrates when you hit her. And Fwans?
ではない。何のためにここに来たのだ。ルカ子を怯えさせてどうする。
私はただ彼女に貴重な被験者として。
帰れ。この実験大好きっ子が。
Autofill on names emotes freezes your mod view. It is quite infuriating. That does sound quite infuriating. Blah. Infuriating. Words. I can words. I promise.
ああ、そう。せっかく協力してあげたのにそういう扱いなわけ。だったら言われた通りに帰る。あとはあんた一人で頑張りなさい。
Ursu leaves the shrine with squared shoulders, muttering darkly to herself.
岡部さん、牧瀬さんは何の話を？
つまりだな。
Thank you for the lure, Clone Wolf. Awesome. Good to know. So many hugs are happening. Do I have to explain it myself after all?
お前は
You are a good man to lurk just because you've got me tabbed. Okay, we got this again. The result is the same, of course. You do want to point out you find this hilarious because on your screen Twitch says I have 1 viewer. I hear the tweeting of small birds outside. It's morning now. It's nice and cool early in the morning, even though it's the middle of summer. Too bad the cicadas are already chirping. Too bad I've already read this text once before. The sun's not too strong yet. This is the second time I've woken up like this. So, the date was different the first time. In any case, my mental state is exactly the same as back then. Through the front door, I hear someone stomping up the stairs. 3 guesses who. I jump up thinking it's Moeka, but then I realize who it is.
オカリン、あ、いた。
Mayuri enters and greets me with a disapproving pout. Originally, Mayuri was supposed to stay over at the lab. Last night, she got a call from someone and left in a hurry. She probably went to see Lukiko.
ね、マユシーはオカリンにがっかりなのです。
Mayuri puffs out her cheeks and thrusts a finger at me. Of course. I sigh in frustration. Before I time leap, this happened on the 14th. Today's the 12th. So I explained the situation to Lukiko early. Looks like Mayuri's protest came early too.
オカリンってば、ルカちゃんを泣かせたでしょ。ルカちゃんに相談されたんだよ。男だったって言われたって。オカリン、なんでそんなひどいこと言ったの？
これから会いに行ってくるから案ずるな。
そうなの？
Yes, Samus. We already saw this, but then after Christina wasn't really able to help, Okabe was just like, screw it, I'll say the same thing as last time. And we're here again. Yes, you have to update Phasmophobia. It's just under a gig. It's like 950 megabytes. If you do update that on the beta, you now have access to the prison map. I played it, I don't know, like 3 or 4 times this afternoon. It's pretty good. I think it's officially classified as a large size map. I think you can do it on 3 people. It is smaller than High School and it is smaller than Asylum. And it's actually not too hard to learn the layout of because it's symmetrical with cell blocks. The only hard part to sort of figure out is that initial middle area. Also, it is quite terrifying. Yes, it is smaller than High School. It has kind of the same sort of layout of Asylum, where like you start here and then it like branches out like this, and you have like cell block A and cell block B, and then there's like a central area that has like the common area. I would describe this as a smaller Asylum, is how I would describe it. The one thing I found the one thing that's obviously more terrifying about it is a lot of the quote-unquote rooms are actually just prison bars, so you can see the ghost through them, even if it's in a different room. And it's quite terrifying. Yeah, high school in my opinion, high school is the worst map. Simply because of the layout. I would rather do Asylum than high school. A mail should come any minute now. Here it is. From Lukako. Okabe-san. I have something important to talk to you about. Please come to the shrine when you can. I'll be waiting. Please. It actually came. But go to Yanabayashi Shrine now. Lukako will confess her love, ask me to be her boyfriend. Yeah. I do not... High school is my least favorite. I mean, besides prison, I have now soloed... I've soloed all of them, just on amateur. I haven't soloed prison yet, but I don't think it would actually be too hard to solo prison. This time, I thought ahead.
Christina! Christina!
I start yelling at the development room. I begin to hear the sounds of someone moving inside. Stop bugging her. She has to upgrade the thing. You're just delaying our timeline. I know, but I have to do this.
Christina! 起きてきてくれ!
うるさいな。
She comes out of the development room with sleepy eyes. As I call them, eyes. Last night she fell asleep at the desk. Sleeves of her clothes left a mark on her cheek. Her hair is frayed, her eyes are red. She rubs those red eyes. Samus has redeemed a stretch. So let's get this stretch done. And Samus, take this time to stretch your neck, my friend. Okay, it's that time when we all, if you feel like it, of course, get up, shake out legs, shake out your arms, and do some stretching together. Get those deep breaths in too. Oh, and And there we go. Quite possibly you heard my neck crack. You plan to be back soon. Have a good rest night. Have a good night. And yes, hugs for everyone. Oh, let me adjust the camera. There we go. You see that wasn't fixed? Chaos has redeemed reveal anime figure, also known as Samus's favorite. Okay, so I'm going to pull out a D10 from my little dice bag here. Oh, really? Okay. Be back. Okay. So yes, I'm not quite sure what's going on. I know what the problem is. The problem is that suddenly we're uploading exactly 0 kilobits per second to Twitch, but my internet's still available, so I'm not sure why that is. Okay, but we're gonna take this little D10 I have here. I'm gonna roll it. I have 5 anime figurines slash keychains. You can't see them, but I have 3 on my desk and 2 attached to my backpack. And going from left to right, it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. So, roll this. And we got an 8. I know you couldn't see that. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Aw, come on. Stream, no. Dang it, Chaos. Okay. Are people back? I don't want to show this if people cannot see it. We're good. But yeah, Samus, I think we usually call this in about 10 minutes anyways. So we'll do the reveal. Yeah, I think we'll advance the conversation because it looks like we're going to head to the shrine again. When we get to the shrine, we'll stop it there, I think. But yes, people who watch My Hero Academia might recognize this as Todoroki, except he is holding a rose. Can I get a better without my hand behind it? Come on, camera. You can focus. But yes. The least creepy anime figure. Quite possibly, but yes. This was from a gachapon I got in Japan. They had My Hero Academia characters, and they were all the male characters all dressed up nicely in suits, and they all had a different flower that represented them. So he's got the two-toned, I think it's supposed to be a lily, I think? Yeah, that's a lily. Okay. So yes, internet/Twitch, I'm not quite sure which it is. I'll maybe see if I can investigate after. One of them doesn't seem to be playing super nice. So we're going to advance to the shrine. I should just add blaming Twitch. We just always blame Twitch.
Operation Christina 2 だ.
Okay, so we're going back for Operation Christina 2. I imagine we're just going to head over. Okay, it seems like they're cutting most of the repeated text, so maybe we'll skip over until we see some new text. I hope you wash out your brain and your fingers after that filthy, gorthy moo. I don't even remember what the moo was. Can I whisper that? I hope you wash out your brain and your fingers after that filthy, gorthy moo. How is that, Deadbeard? I don't like where the conversation in chat is going regarding licking me. Hello, Mim. Welcome. Welcome to the end. Unfortunately, Mim, we are ending in just a couple minutes. Yes, this is from the kids' book stream on Thursday. No 3-year-old book can defeat Popeye. You literally joined right for that whisper. Sounds like the perfect time to join. Yeah, the kid story stream, I think you had 3, maybe 4 quotes. I think it's my most quoted stream of all time now.
恋人になってください。
Yeah, so Mim, we are probably, I would say, halfway through this this storyline. Thank you for the clip. So yes, we started the storyline probably like 10 minutes in. So if you did want to go back, the VOD just like go to like 10 minutes or so in, because we started with the very start was just ending of Ferris's arc, and then basically from that we've done this and other random nonsense. Yes, I know, Mim. I get this problem when I watch YouTube videos now. I'm watching a YouTube video just like in the background. I'm like, oh, I have a funny comment, and then I go and like, this isn't live. I cannot comment. Just remember, in 1 hour, I can read 10 kids' books. I'm gonna put that on my resume. Same as before. Only this time, I have to be your boyfriend for 4 days instead of just 2. I guess you could say it's a bold proposal, Cotton. There were only 3. Okay. Oh yes, and I missed the other one. Just so we're clear, everyone's a shark. That was a book about a shark who has to have a tooth pulled because he sucks at soccer, and his lying manta ray scum friend. Fortunately, I came prepared. It's time to set Operation Christina 2 into motion. Last time, things got complicated when I added that experiment-loving girl to the conversation. This time, I had her watch things from the shadows near the staircase.
すまん。ちょっとだけ待ってくれ。
It was probably the moral of the story. Because as I was reading books, Samus asked me to give every book a moral of the story. And the moral of that book was, manta rays are lying jerks and you shouldn't trust them. Or something to that effect.
Yo, Riaju.
お前人の気も知らずに何がリア充だ。今のルカ子の話聞いていたか。
今北産業。
Remember guys, always listen to an old man, because he might be able to teach you martial arts. Yeah, it was something like manta rays are lying dicks.
聞いてなかったのか。
この動作じゃ聞こえるわけない。
告白15日まで。そしたら男に戻る。
把握。でも何をいちいち私に相談することがあるわけ？
You were informed this without context. Context was we were a shark who plays soccer and tries to bicycle kick the soccer ball, hits ourself in the face, and our tooth hurts, and we have to go to the dentist. And our friend, the manta ray friend, is like, dentists, they just cause pain. You know, they're masochists. And we're like, oh no, I don't want to see the masochist. Please, Mommy, don't make me go. And Mommy made us go. Yes, and the shark forgot to shark and wailed instead.
だけど、相手はルカ子だぞ。
どこが不満なの？あんなに可愛いのに。
しかし元
は男だったなんてのもあんたの妄想かもしれないし、私から見れば彼女は最初から彼女だった。観念しなさいって。じゃあね。
あ、
She hung up.
あいつ、何のために連れてきたと。
Why did we bring her along? She should be busy fixing the time leap machine. We're losing precious days. Useless assistant. Stuff my phone into my pocket, and then I pull it back out. I put it in my pocket, and then I pull it back out. Then I head back to Lukiko.
今の電話の相手って牧瀬さんですか？
ああ。
そうですか。
So I think we're just about to give Lukiko a response. We'll get to that point,
なんだか
and I think we will call it there. So we do have a sizable number of people from the panic raid earlier. So if people want to suggest people for a raid, we can start on suggestions.
どこかだ
This pressure, she applying psychological pressure?
それで
You missed the exclamation point in front of the ad quote if you want. I put it away. And I pull it back out. And I put it away again. And then I pull it back out. Lukiko fidgets restlessly.
さっきのお返事を
Please be my boyfriend. A 4-day trial relationship. Will those 4 days feel long or short? I mean, sure, Lukiko is cute. She's very slender and delicate, especially around the waist. And her skin is as white as alabaster. Even when Lukiko was a guy, I occasionally found myself mesmerized by his girlish demeanor. Biologically, the current Lukiko is a girl, so even if we do stuff, there shouldn't be a problem. But still, I'm on a mission to change Lukiko back into a guy. I need to accomplish that mission to save Mayuri. If I go out with the girl Lukiko and fall in love with her, then will I be able to treat Lukiko like I used to? If I forget he's a guy and lose my self-control, it could result in complications. Going out with the current Lukiko isn't the problem. I mean, I still have my reservations, but cuteness is justice, right? The real source of my hesitation is the thought of what happens afterwards. The problem isn't Lukiko, but my own heart. Besides, it's supposed to be saving Mayuri, not going out on dates. But on the other hand, Lukiko's cooperation is essential to save Mayuri. I won't get anywhere if I reject Lukiko and make her cry. For the sake of my goal, I must overcome the problems of my heart. I'll do it. I'll take Lukiko's deal. We're gonna do this, I tell myself. There's one rule that you must follow. You must not fall in love with Lukiko. Even if it means trampling on her heart, you must not fall in love. Fall in love, you could end up walking the forbidden path. Lukiko is a guy, a guy, a guy, a guy, a guy. Guy, 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 guy. And don't you forget it. Just don't forget.
いいだろう。お前と付き合おう。15日の夕方までだが。
Tears immediately fall from Lukiko's eyes.
なぜ泣く
Thank you, Mim. That is the more than the number of guys.
嬉しくて
Samus, I've lived through that 3 times.
てっきり
And the worst part is I'm gonna have to live through the guys section again, too.
言われるかと
At least it wasn't voiced.
よかったよかった
Beardy, no, we don't do that. face is red, and her eyes are wet with tears. Yet she's really happy. Seeing her like this, all shy and embarrassed, happy at the same time, makes me feel... Dead beard! She's too cute. I mustn't fall in love. I'm about to. Why does every single one of her actions have to be so cute? You must be doing it on purpose. There's no other way. Lukako's cuteness. Terror of the universe.
岡部さん。
なんだ
Lukako wipes her tears away.
その明日
No. Fox is raiding with a party of 7. Thank you. Hello and welcome. I am Popeye. How are you guys doing? How is your stream, Fox? How are all the raiders? Thank you for the shout out, Samus. Well, new raid choice. Yes. Thank you, everyone. My name is Popeye. We are playing Steins Gate. You are uber sleepy. I totally understand, Fox, because we are like gonna end in like 5 minutes or something too. I totally understand that. There's a short stream of D&D. Short streams of D&D can still be wonderful streams of D&D. Duh? What does she mean by duh? You have a Tetris speedrunner? So we have a couple of votes for Tetris speedrunners. I will look at my list after. No, no, Mim, not Daddy.
なんだと
A date? True, when a couple goes somewhere together, that's called a date. Daddy Pie plays. I would do Popeye Dates. Popeye Dates Daddy. Here you go. Please, someone else take that name so it's not an option. It'd be a really dick move if I refused to go on a date right after we started going out.
行くのは問題ないがどこへ行く
Meanwhile, Beardy is trying to destroy Samus's. Doesn't look like she's got a place in mind.
岡部さんの行きたいところに行きたいです。
By the way, an awful idea, a dating sim based on our communities. Thank you, Mim.
つまり岡部さんが好きな場所を知りたいから。
Panic, thank you for the unnecessary 100 bits. So in other words, she wants me to decide for her. It's really unfair to be so cute. People will forgive you for anything you say. I scratched my head and thought.
じゃあ
Thank you for scolding. Lone Wolf is raiding with the party of 4. Thank you, Lone Wolf. How is everyone doing? My name is Popeye. To all our new raiders, thank you for the shout out. How was Apex? We are currently playing some Steins Gate for all of our raiders. Panic, thank you for another 100 unnecessary bits. We are playing Steins Gate. The gist of it is a visual novel about some 20-something-year-old science students and young scientists who accidentally turn their microwave into a time machine. And of course, being young people with a time machine, we screw up the world, and now we're trying to fix it. But I do apologize, you have raided right near the end. We have been discussing who to potentially raid. I heard someone say Tetris speedrunners, and that was getting some That was getting some traction. Yes, we turned a guy into a cute girl with a microwave time machine. Thank you for the summary, Mim. For now, I just want to get out of this sickeningly sweet atmosphere that's brewing. Yes, and now we're about to go on a date with her. We arranged to meet tomorrow morning, and I quickly leave the shrine behind. Yeah, you're gonna go, Fox? Thank you, Fox, for your raid. Go get your sleep. It is well deserved. I will see you later. I breathe a sigh of relief at the sparsity of pedestrians on Mansaibashi Bridge.
それで
Chrissy was walking behind me. She was completely useless.
結局付き合うことになったの？まあ
And Beardy will be going to bed in just a minute too. Can we get the name of that speedrunner in chat if people were interested in that? Let me refresh my Twitch list so I can give people some more options. Hey, it says Indecisive Fox is playing D&D. You didn't refresh at all. I see Hades, someone playing Hades, Hyrule Warrior, Persona 4, Grounded, Among Us, Phasmophobia, and Punch-Out. Those are some options.
Omae, 見ていたのか?
岡部が見てろと言ったんだろ?
Oh yeah, we told her to watch. I was expecting her to give me advice. Guess I should have known better.
明日デートだそうだ.
Pizza Pizza is the name. Okay. I will copy that right now. Thank you, Panic and Chaos. So we're going to inform Christina about our date tomorrow, as she makes a small nasally sound. We call that breathing. She hasn't been making eye contact. Please stop bringing up people's ages. We don't need to make this even weirder. Damn you, Chris, you must always be so cynical. Let's just ignore her and get to the lab. Just as I quicken my pace, she grabs my shoulder and pulls me back. Yes, thank you, Samuses. Yes. Why are we bringing Edward back in? I almost fall down backwards.
何をする?
ごめん。ちょっとイライラしてて、言い方がきつくなった。
Because you guys are monsters, please do not be monsters. Chrissy doesn't tell me what she's irritated about. Instead, she starts rubbing her temples.
あんたはマユリを助けるためにこの選択をしたのよね。私も考え方を切り替える。
Panic, thank you for another 100 bits. I'll be careful not to fall. Oh. Okay, yeah, I didn't fall backwards. It's fine.
で、明日デートするにしてもプランはあるの?
Date plans. Told Lukako I'd come up with something by tomorrow. So far I've made no progress. Can't help but feel uneasy about the whole thing, even though I'm doing it just to save my... Okay, let's think about this. We know all of like 5 locations in this game. Most of them are people's houses. Where's the only place that could be considered a like date location? May Queen plus Nian squared. That's where we're going.
どうなのよ?
This calls for Hoenn Kyoma.
助手よ。お前に一言言っておく。アイザック・ニュートンと同じく IQ170 に生まれついたこの俺、ホーイン・キョーマーは狂気のマッドサイエンティストである。
Okay, what is this? What is this poll? Should we turn Mythic Mim into a cute girl? Yes, no. Merge him and MDS instead. And that has won. Moderator fusion?
それで
I mean, is this how multi-made Samus's was born?
興味があるのは女よりも研究であり、世界を陰で操る支配構造の破壊、混沌の創造であり。
Apparently, we're devoted to bringing birth to a new age of chaos.
どう見ても童貞です。本当にありが
Yes, we're blaming chaos. As always, every time we mention chaos, we blame chaos.
今のは聞かなかったことにして。
おのれ、この女子風情がよくもズケズケと真実をついてくれたな。許さない。絶対にだ。
Yes, I will see you on the flip side of the raid.
ごめん。
Thank you for 100 bits, Panic, and gosh dang it, Chaos. You know what? I'm blaming Chaos for that 100 bits. Dang it, Chaos, stop giving me bits.
デート経験は豊富なのか。
There we go. Thank you, Samus, for blaming Chaos. I don't miss Christina's grimace.
それ見ろ。お前だって勉強や研究に明け暮れて、そういった経験はゼロなのだろう。遠いアメリカの地で寂しい青春時代を送ってきたのだろう。
I don't need an I failed command.
バージンで悪いか。
秋葉の中心でバージンと叫ぶ18歳天才少女か。
You were gonna scold me, forgot that was in your clipboard. Why was that in your clipboard? I wouldn't be surprised to see it plastered across the blogosphere. Thankfully, it's early in the morning, but there's still a few pedestrians grinning at Chrisu.
場所を変えるわよ。
Chrisu starts to hurry away. Okay,
女の子との初デートで重要なのは
and
相
with
手に与
that,
える印象をいかに良くするかだ。
we are going to call an end to stream there.